everyone. My name is Brittany Gibson, and I am a therapist with Care to Change. And today I am going to be talking about when to reach out, how to know when to reach out to talk to a therapist, or how to know really when is a good time to seek additional resources, when to talk to someone besides a friend or a family member. So as we're going through life, we all face struggles at some point. The struggles, we all have stress at work, difficulties in relationships or marriages, problems with family members. We could be experiencing stressors such as right now through the pandemic. Everybody experiences stress at some point in their lives. And in addition to that, we could also have some of the emotional symptoms that come along with stressors, such as depression, anxiety, behavioral struggles, maybe your fuse is a little bit shorter. And so those types of things are very normal and can come along with a lot of stressors at work or stressors at home. And so when to know that it's beyond the normal, it's beyond kind of a normal response. So sometimes life struggles, they really can be eased by just taking better care of yourself. So let's say you're noticing some depression, anxiety. It's not been going on for very long. Maybe you amp up your self-care. Maybe you start to exercise a little bit more, or make sure you add a little bit more quality time with yourself into it, or quality time in your relationships. Or you can, increase activities with friends, all those things that you would put into your self-care toolbox. Let's say that you're doing that. Let's say you're talking about that stuff with, what you're going through with friends, with family members, a pastor. Let's say that you're doing that, and for some reason that doesn't seem to be resolving the issue. There hasn't been growth or understanding through the situation. You're just having trouble connecting the dots. You're having trouble kind of improving your mood and doing it on your own. And the responses, your behaviors continue to be maladaptive. Or another word for maladaptive is kind of more on the negative spectrum. So when this happens, it makes sense to consider seeking the help of a therapist. But how do you know whether therapy is needed? There's two kind of general points that can be helpful when considering when do I really need to seek therapy. And the first one is the problem distressing? So let's say that you're having some stressors at work, and let's say that at this point you've done some things and it's not resolving. Now it's affecting your home life. Let's say you're having trouble in your marriages, or you're not being the parent that you want to be. Is the problem becoming more distressing for you? And the second one, is it interfering with some aspect of your life? Are you having trouble reaching the goals that you want to reach? Do you feel like you're hitting roadblock after roadblock and you're just not getting where you want to go and you just can't figure out why? Those might be indicators that maybe it is time to reach out to someone. You're feeling defeated. You're feeling like you're just stuck in life. You're stuck in the problems. You're experiencing symptoms of anxiety and depression, and you just don't know what to do. Along with those things, maybe there's some substance use that is increasing. Maybe you're having more drinks throughout the week, or you're binge drinking. Substances absolutely can come with these distressing problems. So again, is the problem distressing? And is it interfering with some aspect of your life? Those are my kind of two indicators that maybe it is time to reach out to somebody. You're just not getting where you want to be in life, and you're having kind of some struggles in your relationships at home, at work, and you're just not feeling like your normal self, the self that you were previously before you had the distressing things. So those can be kind of two indicators that maybe it is time to reach out to a therapist to just kind of talk about what you're going through. There's a lot of things that make a counselor different than talking to your friend. And so, when to talk to a counselor instead of a friend. So let's say, for example, you're struggling in your friendships and you need to talk about your friendships. Maybe you're having trouble connecting with the person that you normally go to for a lot of emotional support. Another kind of thing is when talking to your friend doesn't bring the movement you need in the problem you're talking about. So sometimes we can just be spinning our wheels and we're talking to our support system, and at some point we want movement, right? We want change. And so when you're ready for that change, that's another kind of good indicator to reach out to somebody else. When you need more than to talk about your feelings about the problem. Again, when you really want to see some action, you've talked about it with your friends, and that, our friends and our support system can be great to kind of help us through when we're having struggles. But maybe you just are done talking about it. You want something to do differently. You're ready for that stage of change of, I want to move forward. I want to do something different. When you need someone to challenge your negative beliefs and not be distracted by their own. So as a therapist, we are trained to kind of help you challenge maybe some of the cognitive distortions that can come along with depression and anxiety. We're able to spot some of those things and can help you challenge those things to look at them a little bit more rationally. Friends may not know how to do that. And so that might be another indicator that I'm ready to see a therapist. I want to be able to challenge my thinking. My thinking tends to be more on the negative side, and I want it to be more positive. And so a therapist can help me do that. When you want to know how your past is affecting your present, that's another good indicator of when to talk to a counselor instead of a friend. Our past is very important in our present. And so a lot of times as a therapist, we can spot different changes and different themes based on the past. We can help you identify where that behavior comes from, where you learned that behavior, where that behavior has been present in different parts of your life. And so, we can help you identify how the past is connecting to your present and potentially your future, and how it's been affecting your current present and your current reality. Also, when you want to address your symptoms rather than just drink or vent or distract them. And so, let's say that you're spending a lot of time at home, you're isolating, and, an increase in drinking or an increase in substances, and you're ready for a change. You want things to move forward. You're ready to address those symptoms that you've been dealing with for quite a period of time. So that's another kind of good indicator of when to talk to a counselor instead of a friend. When you need someone that who won't enter that negative space that you're in. But a lot of times, if we're going through a hard time and we talk to our friends can kind of take on that persona too, and they can take on that negative mindset too. And so maybe you and your group of friends are all kind of struggling, or they're all going through something negative as well, and you want something different. You're ready to kind of get out of that negative mindset. You're ready to make a change, and you're ready to do something different. And so a lot of times our friends can enter and almost like feed into our negative thinking as well. And so that is another kind of good thing of, let me get out of this, let me change this. And so kind of the last when to talk to a counselor instead of a friend is when authenticity without fear of retaliation is needed. Depending on your history with that friend, maybe you have a hard time being fully honest with that friend because you have a fear that that person is going to leave you or abandon you. And so you have trouble being real and being honest and really letting them know what's in your heart. And so another good reason to talk to a therapist is because you want to be truthful and be honest and be your authentic self. So there's lots of things that make counselors different from friends. And there's a lot of things that a counselor can help you through, can help you, work through, can help you make changes on. And so, talking to a counselor is very different than talking to a friend. Therapists are objective about what we're sharing. We are not in your situation. We're not in your life. And so we have an outside perspective of what we see happening. And so we can be non-biased and we can be objective in the situation and give you feedback of this is what we're seeing and helping you kind of connect those dots. Friends tend to be biased because they know you, they know your life, they know what you're going through. And so another positive about seeing a therapist or a counselor is we're objective. We can see different patterns and different things going on in your life that your friends or your family may not be seeing. We keep secrets safe, even beyond the end of the relationship and the therapeutic relationship. So HIPAA is very important to us. We take confidentiality at the highest tier of seriousness. And so everything that you say in therapy is kept confidential. You know, you don't have to worry that your therapist is going to go talk to, you know, friends in the community, or, you know, they're going to share your information. What is said in session is kept in session. So much so that if you were to see your therapist in public, let's say you're out at the grocery store and you see them, we won't initiate contact because that would break confidentiality, as that would show that we knew you. And people could ask, well, how do you know that person? And so even in public, you know, we don't acknowledge knowing because we know how sacred it is, the relationship, and how important confidentiality is. You know, you need to feel completely safe that this information is not going to leave this room, because we want you to be honest with what you're going through, because we want to be able to help you as best as we can. And so that starts with confidentiality. And that is something that as a therapist, we take very seriously. You know, we're here to focus on you and not mingle our own lives in yours. You know, we're not here to talk about ourselves. We're here to talk about you. This is your time, your space to be able to, you know, be completely honest and share in a very safe setting. We're also trained to, again, look for trends and cues to help you get to the root of the issue. You know, we are trained to look for themes, look for struggles that have happened throughout our lives. You know, a few minutes ago, we talked about the past. Again, a lot of times we can see how the past is affecting our present and affecting our reality. And so we know how to kind of spot these trends and how to lead you to see these different things, these different themes in your life, and help you be able to change them. There's no need to feel guilty about making time together about you because you're paying us. Again, this time is for you. This time that you set with your therapist is for you to be able to talk about yourself and not feel guilty or selfish because you're working on addressing what you want to work on. And again, this time is for you. It's open. You're able to talk as much about yourself as you want to, and not feel guilty at all. Again, it's a time designated just for you. You know, the appointment time is set, and that's your hour. That's your ability to work on whatever you want to work on in order to achieve your goals. And there's no need to worry about disagreeing with the therapist or getting upset with them. Another kind of thing that we're taught is we don't take these things personal. You know, we're here, we're non-judgmental, we're objective, and we're here to genuinely help you get to a better place and help you achieve those goals. And that's what we're here for. We're here to walk with you through this journey and to be that partner, to be that support system to help you get from what you're struggling with to help you achieve those goals. And so that's really, you know, some important differences between a counselor and a friend, and, you know, kind of helping you work through those struggles that you have been experiencing. And so to kind of wrap up kind of the points that I made, you know, when is an appropriate time to seek out help? And again, it's when the problem is distressing. You know, maybe you're noticing some patterns in your life and some problems that have been ongoing, and it's really distressing for you. You know, you've got goals that you want to achieve, and, you know, the problems that you're experiencing are preventing you from achieving those goals. And then the second one, is it interfering with some aspect of your life? Is it causing problems? And so at that point, it would be an appropriate time to reach out to a counselor. Let's say you've had problems in your relationship for several years and you want to feel peace, you want to have a stronger relationship. That's a great time to reach out to a therapist. And so here at Care to Change, we have a lot of wonderful therapists who are here to help you through that journey that you're walking right now. And so each therapist has different specialties that we have that we are trained in evidence-based treatment to help you through whatever kind of struggle you're experiencing in your life. And so again, here at Care to Change, finding a therapist that really matches what you're looking for, because every therapist is different. And so it is important to look at bios of therapists and find out what their background is, where they are in their life, what their training is, what their specialties are. If you're having a mental health concern, you wouldn't go see a cardiologist. You would go see a therapist or a psychiatrist. And so, making sure that if you're having a specific struggle in your life, going to see someone who that is their specialty, because you want the best treatment for yourself and we want the best treatment for you. And so our team is here to kind of help you figure out which therapist would be a good fit and, which ones we recommend for which difficulties. And so if at any point you feel like you need to reach out to us, we are here and we're here to help you through this journey. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at help@caretochange.org. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about whether you're in a place where you need treatment. You can come in and meet with a therapist and we can let you know our recommendations. But in the end, if it's distressing you and it's preventing you from meeting your goals or meeting where you want to be in your life, then it's time to reach out. Again, everyone here at Care to Change has a special place in their heart to help people get to where they want to be in life. And so we can help you get there. So again, my name is Brittany Gibson. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. help@caretochange.org. And again, if you need help, we're here and we're here to help you through